altcoins right now on the edge of a massive collapse? Guys, that is going to be the topic of today's video. We are also going to have a look at Bitcoin, but I especially want to have a look at this altcoin chart because this is very interesting. We also have used this chart in the past couple of weeks to predict what's going to happen with the altcoin markets, and the altcoins are right now just bleeding like crazy. And now is the big question, of course, for every altcoin holder out there, whether this bleeding is going to continue or whether we soon can see some light at the end of the tunnel. And I think this chart will definitely give us a very, very clear answer. So guys, let's jump straight into it. Before we are zooming in on this chart and I'm explaining you what this chart actually is, make sure to scroll below this video and smash up that like button. It is very much appreciated. Now let's jump straight into it. This chart, guys, is the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin. So this doesn't show how good an altcoin does against Bitcoin. It's purely showing the amount of market cap, so the amount of liquidity that is flowing in altcoins or flowing in the total crypto markets excluding Bitcoin, right? So what we can see, and we did this one recently, we actually were kind of bullish because we could have this inverse head and shoulders pattern, but we said if we lose this uptrending support, then yeah, most likely altcoins will bleed. And based on time with Bitcoin, it was also not that bullish, right? So we actually broke that support. We're right now touching a very important support level, because this has been a trend line starting from here, has been acting as support, has been acting as resistance right here, it has been acting as support. So far it's been acting as support as well. If we are going to lose this level, and guys, this level is at 500 billion, and if we were to lose this level, that would be extremely bearish. You can also say that slightly below this level we do have the previous all-time high, and the structure of this chart kind of looks similar to that of Bitcoin, but also not, right? It actually, if we look at the past price action, this was where we have seen the Bitcoin low, the 4-year cycle low. Bitcoin actually made also a nice rally, but for sure the altcoins have been correcting way further than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is holding actually quite good, and this is also quite normal, guys. I'm going to explain you exactly why this is normal right after the sponsor of today's video. This video is brought to you by the Prime XBT exchange. The Prime XBT exchange is a very unique exchange as they are offering a crazy amount of trading pairs which you all can trade using Bitcoin as collateral. You can trade altcoins against Bitcoin, Forex, you can trade oil, the Dow Jones, gold and silver, all using Bitcoin as collateral. So if you like to trade more than cryptocurrencies and trade also commodities and indices, make sure to check out Prime XBT. Prime XBT has created a special bonus for our community. 7 users who registered with the affiliate link down below and made a deposit of a minimum $100 Tether will be airdropped another $200 to trade with. So guys, why is it normal that the altcoin markets actually corrects further than Bitcoin? Well, that is basically because of the time that we are in, and we are right now at the beginning of the bull market. We just entered a new bull market. We just completed a 1-year bear market in Bitcoin, and normally what we are seeing in a bull market, especially in the start of a bull market, we see the Bitcoin dominance increase. We first see all the attention going to Bitcoin, and then once the liquidity is in Bitcoin, once Bitcoin has established that kind of confidence, because it's all about confidence, right? If Bitcoin is not pumping and is not active, right, and is not in the news, people are not going to invest in altcoins, right? The market is kind of dead. So you always want the king of the pack to lead in front, and that is going to be Bitcoin. Often we see it. So for example, right here, this was in 2018 as well. This was actually when Bitcoin went down. So yeah, the Bitcoin dominance basically goes up when Bitcoin goes down and goes up. When Bitcoin goes sideways it goes down, the Bitcoin dominance. So, but we can see also in this rally, 2019 rally, that actually all the attention was on Bitcoin. The Bitcoin dominance was going up, Bitcoin was going up, altcoins were just left behind. And that's very normal for that part of the cycle. And I think right now we actually do get nice opportunities to buy altcoins if you have some specific altcoins that can outperform during next bull market. But you got to ask yourself the question as well, how important are altcoins going to be in the next bull market? Because there also exists a scenario where we can see that the momentum on altcoins is losing steam as well. So we had the momentum on altcoins in 2017, which was crazy. There were even stories of the flipping, Ethereum is going to flip Bitcoin. Like, this is how much altcoins, how popular altcoins were back in the days in 2017. And then in 2020, 21, we had the DeFi boom, but the altcoins of 2017, they didn't catch that steam, and it was not that. I had the feeling that the altcoin market was not that crazy last bull market than it was in 2017. So that can also be a trend, right? That the altcoin market right now, also in this bull market, will even have low momentum. And I think that will make a lot of sense because we are also seeing that lower momentum basically on Bitcoin. And I think the market matures more, the attention will be more on Bitcoin. And of course, there will always be altcoins outperforming Bitcoin, but that will be a select amount of altcoins. That won't be like the whole markets anymore, like we have seen in 2019. So this chart also tells us that we still have to be very careful with altcoins. But I do think, guys, that if you are interested in altcoins, then you might want to look at some nice entries the moment we are going to set that cycle low very soon at the end of June till the beginning of July. Because if we do get a capitulation event right there, most likely a lot of altcoins will bleed massively. And yeah, you know the saying, you want to buy when there is blood in the streets. And if this were to be the low, right, one of the 60-day cycles low, and we can continue this uptrend, you might catch some nice entries on some altcoins as well. So guys, that is what I want to say. Not much have changed for Bitcoin. We're still trading in this falling wedge formation. That's why we have a look at some altcoins, because this is just exactly the same as I've shared my video yesterday. Not much going on, but we're still holding that support. We have been talking about that, yeah, most likely we will go a little bit up right here. And yeah, it goes slightly up, but it's still a bit boring. It's still in the structure. We don't have seen any breakout. So we just got to wait with Bitcoin. And if we have a look at the Bitcoin dominance, where we have talked about as well, this one is still going up, going towards the resistance right here at roughly 50.8%. So that's going to be an interesting level if we can basically break above that level, or whether we get rejected and maybe get a retracement. And if we were to get a retracement from these levels, then most likely we will get a bounce in the altcoin, or in the altcoin market cap chart, as you can see right here. But the kind of tricky thing right here, guys, is that if we really do lose these support levels, and especially this horizontal support, this is the really important one, because if we lose this uptrending support, we will test that most likely, that horizontal support. But if we lose that one, guys, then the next major support will be basically the bottom of the channel. Of course, that will present us with crazy unique buying opportunities, because here at the lows you also would love to buy altcoins, but yeah, that will definitely mean that the altcoin markets will take a big smack ahead. So I'm not sure whether this is going to happen, because like I said, I think Bitcoin is in a bull market. Doesn't mean that all the altcoins have to grow with Bitcoin, but it would be a crazy scenario to see a massive retracement on altcoins from the point where we're already standing right now, because a lot of altcoins are already bleeding. But again, bleeding, especially in the beginning of the bull market, is still a normal thing, right? It's still a normal thing for altcoins because the attention is on Bitcoin. Once Bitcoin gets liquidity, gets confidence, grows, rallies, then that liquidity will slowly flow into altcoins, will pick up steam, pick up momentum, will bring in retail money. That's a bit how the cycle goes. So guys, that was it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If so, smash up that like button. I did make an update yesterday on XRP, which is actually very, very interesting. We put that update over on WhaleAlerts. So if you're interested in that, you can always join WhaleAlerts to get that extra information. I want to thank every single one of you for watching this video. Thank you for all the engagement, for all the comments. Very much appreciated. Guys, I wish you all a beautiful day today, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.